speaking of a fish dinner, that reminds me of my favorite story. There was a middle-aged woman that she invited a number of guests over to her house for a fish dinner that she was going to prepare and serve. Well, all afternoon, Sunday afternoon, she baked and she fried and she fried and she baked and she baked and she fried. And finally the guests came and she was tired and exhausted. So she invited the guests to come in and sit down, and she says to her little daughter, she says, "Honey, would you say the blessing tonight?" Well, her daughter was a little timid and shy. She says, "Oh, Mommy, I don't know what to say." So the mom says, "Well, just say what you've heard me say. Just say what you've heard your mother say." So the little girl folds her hand. She says, "Oh, Lord, why in the world did I ever invite these people to dinner tonight?" You see, that reminds me of my favorite story. It's a story about a man who was down and out. And he had heard that a local church up the street would sometimes provide food. So he went out, even though it was in the middle of the winter. In the winter it was dead cold and it was dark out. So he goes up and knocks on the door, and the only one that was in the church that morning was the deacon. So the deacon opened the church and opened the door. As soon as he found out what the man wanted, the deacon was young and new and was going to make a name for himself. So he thinks, this is the perfect opportunity to teach this man how to fish. He was thinking of the old cliche, give a man a fish and you feed him for a day, but teach a man to fish, you feed him for a lifetime. So the deacon grabs his fishing gear and takes the guy and finds this place that he thinks is the perfect spot to go fishing. So he cuts a hole in the ice, they drop the lines in, and just about that time, a big booming voice comes above and says, "There are no fish there." So they look up, it's dark, they don't see anything, so they're a little bit scared, so they pick up their stuff and wind in their lines, and they look around, they look for more. And finally they find another spot. The deacon cuts a hole in the ice, drops the line in, and sure enough, as soon as they do that, the voice comes back and says, "There are no fish there either." They didn't know what to do, so they wound in their lines, gathered up their stuff, they looked, and finally they found a spot where they know they're going to catch a catfish or a walleye or something to eat. So the deacon cut a hole in the ice, they dropped their lines down, and yes, as you might have guessed, the voice comes, "There are no fish there either." So the deacon's really unnerved at this time. He looks up and he says, "God? Lord, is that you?" And the big voice comes back and says, "No, this is the skating rink manager, and I told you there are no fish there." Well, remember all the fish here? That reminds me of my favorite story. It's about a woman who locked her keys in the car. She's standing there on the sidewalk. She needed to get to school to pick up her son or daughter, whatever. And she starts crying and she starts praying. She was a loud prayer, so she's praying, "Oh Lord, I've locked my keys in the car. I don't know what to do." With that, a man close by comes over, unlocks the car very quickly. She's amazed. She says, "Oh Lord, thank you for sending me this nice man." Well, the man was a little uncertain how to respond. He said, "Well, lady, to tell you the truth, I'm not a nice man. In fact, I just got out of jail for Grand Theft Auto. That's how I was able to open your car." And the woman thought for a moment. She goes, "Oh Lord, thank you. You even sent me a professional